Hello, hello, hello. It's a brand new day, and this is our morning connection. How are you doing today? So glad you are here joining me for your new daily discipline, your ritual, your habit of checking in with me, you and me, going through the journey of life, just two men, maybe a little bit older like me. I going through this journey of life and talking to so many men like I do on a continual basis. Maybe I've talked to you one-on-one. I make myself available. I love the connection. Even I love coming to you during these live broadcasts, but I even love the connection, the actual connection with you over the phone even more, because I really think that interaction, the going back and forth of ideas and concepts, that's what creates clarity. I want to really talk about that in this morning connection. I also want to talk about enthusiasm. I want to tell you about a journey and some realizations about enthusiasm that I learned throughout my life that may be beneficial to you, because I know it helps out a lot of men who I talked to in this one-on-one coaching. Did you wake up this morning with a plan? Did you wake up with a plan? How you're going to live with that sense of urgency? Again, if you're a little bit older like me, we got more time behind us than in front of us. I've made it my mission as I go through life to hit that head on, and I encourage the men who I come in contact with who, a lot like me, want a lot of the same things, to lean into that. So we take on the day with a sense of urgency. We use our willpower, focus, energy, and time, our talents and abilities to the fullest. Continue to work on cracking this code, whether things are going very well. And if they are going very well for you, congratulations for that. I am sure you've earned that. That just didn't come by luck. And if things are challenged for you right now, certainly know what that's like. Keep on keeping on. Keep that imagination where you want to go, and just chip away. Hey, reach out to me. Reach out to me if there's anything I can do to help you in your particular situation. But if you're challenged, hang in there. And most of the time, it's somewhere in between, right? Just keep on keeping on. And that's what I'm here for, just to connect, to remind you of who you really are and what you're all about through this daily connection video broadcast, just coming to you a little bit every single day. I am so glad you're here. So there's a couple things I want to talk about today. I want to talk about maybe, exactly why, if you know you're dedicated, you know you're driven, you're willing to do the work, you're doing the work, and you just can't seem to make that progress in the areas of life that you want. You're reading, you're watching videos, you're all over social media, you're doing the work, but just can't seem to get it, certainly not as quickly as you want. I want to talk about what it's going to take, especially going forward. I want to, those people who can kind of predict the future, how things change instead of they're more proactive than reactive. That mental, emotional flexibility that is almost social Darwinism, so to speak. You're going to do the best in life. You're going to feel more in control. You're going to have a plan. And again, you're going to maneuver your way as life continually changes. And I don't have to tell you, with technology and everything like that, things change quickly. And we have to adapt both mentally and emotionally and with our strategies. And I want to talk about enthusiasm. I want to tell you about my journey, and especially if you've been following me for a long time. A lot of the guys have been following me for 20 years. Launched my first website 22 years ago now. And I want you to think about it. If you notice the changes in me, I want to tell you a journey that I've gone through about enthusiasm. I want to talk about that and a whole lot more during our morning connection here today. I also want to tell you about my morning connection MANformation course, the mindset actions of a powerful alpha male special, just for you, the type of man to watch this type of video broadcast on personal development for men, for older men. I want to talk about that morning connection MANformation course. The mindset actions of a powerful alpha male special, where you want more certainty, more confidence, more clarity, more imagination, goal setting, more direction, right? That sense of control. I've got a plan for you. It's really helped me along my journey to bring me here and where I'm going. It's helped a lot of other men around the world. So I want to talk about that morning connection MANformation course special that I have for you. Get to connect with me, you and me. We get to talk on the phone for an hour wherever we are around the world. I want to jumpstart you. I I want to jumpstart you forward. So let's see who we have joining us. Who are the first movers to make this part of your day joining me live? I always want to acknowledge you. You are the first. What I imagine is a whole group of men just like you and me joining us. But you are one of the first to come on this daily ritual, this habit. I want to acknowledge you for being here. Let's see. Who do we have? How you guys doing on this Friday morning? Did you spend the whole week with me? Did you spend the whole week with me? All right. Paul is here. Yuan, right, from Sweden. Hey, yeah, I don't know if you got my WhatsApp message, Yuan, right? So Yuan, he is my 12-week fitness transformation journey. It's starting next week. He's in the middle of his 3 one-on-one coaching calls with me. And so we're setting up our second or third call, Yuan, right? So you might have saw that WhatsApp app. I stay in contact with my guys all the time. So you need to tell me, let's see, it is 3:12 in the morning here. And last week we talked in a little less than 3 hours from now. And are we going to do that again this week? Right? All right, so I want to talk about my 12-week fitness transformation journey that's specifically designed for older men to get your fitness under control, to match your busy, productive life, your success with your family, your success with your business. I want to help you round that out and become the total package. And I'm really excited. I'm really excited about a few things this morning, right? This is my 12-week fitness transformation for older men with busy, productive lives. All right, Musashi is here. Musashi, I really appreciate you. I need to find, I don't know, a few 100,000 more Musashis on this planet, right? I mean, you make all this effort that I put worth it, right? I love it when I can connect with a person like you, Musashi. See, because I was lucky enough to maneuver my way like you, Musashi, to find mentors. It wasn't the internet, and I just know how much I needed that in my life. And it's leading me to where I am today. And if I can be that for someone, man, that's such a great feeling, because it was such a great feeling when I had those mentors or kind of people who got me moving in the right direction. Good morning, Pete. How are you, sir? No better way to start my day than with the morning connection. I love it. I love it. I love it, Pete. That is what I love to hear, and all of it just energized me. So thank you so much for the kind words. I love this too. A lot of times I wake up. Some days I'm more clear than others, right? I always love turning on this camera because I seem to come alive when I connect with you. Did you wake up this morning with a plan? One of our disciplines that I just want to remind you of, we're going to be around for a long time with this connection. Little by little, we make changes. But did you wake up this morning with a plan, a clear plan? Right? It's like building muscle. You don't just work out once. You get better and better and better at it. Today I was okay. I started my daily journal, my daily connection with my guys for my 12-week fitness transformation journey for older men with busy, productive lives. It's still time. There's still time for you. I'm going to post that link down below. You can go right now to skiplacour.com/transformation. Probably heard me talk about it once, twice, or 50 times right in the last couple months. A great group of men have already started. There's still time for you. When you go to skiplacour.com/transformation, fill out the questionnaire. Even if you're the slightest bit interested, I will reach out to you wherever you are in the world. We'll talk for 10 or 15 minutes. We'll see if it's a good fit. Talk longer if we need to. Marcus in Sweden just was connecting with me. I want to get with you, Marcus. He just wanted to know more about it, filled out the questionnaire. And so I'm going to set up some time to talk with him. Again, our different time zones. So I will do that. But if you're even the slightest bit interested, fill out that questionnaire at skiplecore.com/transformation. Even if it's not a good fit for you at this time, it'd be nice just to connect with you even more than what we're doing here. All right, so there's still time. Our group of conference calls starts next Wednesday. But again, I know what the best part of it that's going to create real lasting change is the one-on-one time that we spend in our 3 1-hour one-on-one coaching sessions, just you and me, private. It's recorded. We take you through the mindset, the goal setting, all the reasons why this is important to you. And in the context of your entire life, we'll talk about that. We'll get the training down in your confusion, frustration, overwhelm, all those things you hear, so you can move forward with certainty and confidence with a training routine, with understanding what you need to do at this phase of your life for your goals. And then we do that in the third session with nutrition. That some guys make that way too complicated when it comes to nutrition because there's so much information out there. Or they simplify it maybe a little too much and they don't know the absolute non-negotiable must-do things when it comes to nutrition. A few pieces are missing, and so they're not cutting it when it comes to nutrition. But after these 3 hours with me, you'll have the certainty and confidence, the awareness of why you hear so many things, but really the things that apply to you. That 80-20 rule I talk about. You'll know the 20 things you must do, you must get better and better and better at because they make that big impact, 80%. Move forward with certainty and confidence. Then we go on our 12-week journey. And I connect with you every single week. Again, whether it's on the phone if you're here in the United States, whether it's through Skype or WhatsApp if we're in different parts of the world. And then my daily journal, I just started that yesterday. You can see that skiplecoremembers.com/journal. You can see what I want you to join in every single day, the plan, the connection. It's 3 months of total immersion, right, to create habits that are going to last for the rest of your life, right? So I really want you to join me. There's still time left on my 12-week fitness transformation for older men with busy, productive lives. All right, let's see here. Who else do we have here? Sound off. All right, I'm going to get to today's message right away. As you guys know, I produce a lot of videos, live videos, and morning connection videos. I've got podcasts, This one's designed really just to check in, just spend a little time, maybe while you're having coffee in the morning. I want it to be your ritual right here. Let's see, Tango. Let's see, Tango's here, Paul's here. Talk to Paul, Musashi, Yasser, and Yuan. All right, guys. All right. Yeah. So one thing I was talking with a gentleman, which I do every single day, right? There's programs and there's courses and seminars even that you're actually with other people out there, and I know what this is like because I aggressively just wanted to just learn the information, right? I was willing to do the work, and I always thought that there just seemed to be something off. Like, I'm putting in the work, I feel I'm a smart guy, I certainly want the results, but I just couldn't, I just wasn't catching on. And when I did catch on, maybe you know what this is like, maybe it was, 3 months later, 3 years later sometimes, and I finally got it. Many times, there was nothing that was said that 3 months or 3 years later that I didn't hear earlier. And I would think to myself, I can't get that time back. What was it that it came to me now as opposed to earlier? I would have liked to know that at the level I understand it now, 3 years earlier. And it's very common. I'll tell you this, when I can sense I'm getting closer to crack any code in life, at this stage of my life, going through this whole process so much, you know what? It's almost like I'm a little hesitant going back to the coaching session that I had, that I invested in. I paid for a coach to take me to a higher level. And I would keep the recordings and things like that and the notes or videos or courses. I'm almost afraid to go back and look at them. And the reason why is now that I understand it, now that I cracked the code, it's like I know if I look back at that course many times, or I reviewed the notes, it was pretty much told me in black and white that I figured out 3 months or 3 years later. And I kind of almost anticipate that now, right? I've got something now about, as you might have noticed, like even my presence, maybe knowing this, how the progress that I made on connecting with a whole new group of men. I would say that right now about 80% of the men who watch my broadcast, my videos, my training in the gym, whatever it is, 80% are brand new. They've never even heard of me before. They did not know I was a champion. They weren't around. They didn't know anything about me. At least 80%. It's because of some inroads I've made on cracking the code on how to connect with people on the internet. And I'm about ready to look at this one video where I had this mentor. He took me aside. It was just one time. Because I knew he had power. I knew he had things. He was so successful, and he was so generous with his time. Tony Martinez, right? And so I videotaped it. I made an audio of it. Right now that things became more apparent, it's like I need to go look at, and it's like I can already. I shared it with one of my coaching clients. Some little tips. He's trying to do some of the same things, and I played that video that I created with him talk to me, and I listened to it for 45 seconds, and then that feeling came over me. I get what he's saying. Now, I had no clue 3 years before when he took the time. At least I was, I guess, smart enough to get an audio recording and a video recording. But if that happens to you, that isn't because you're broken, you're defective, you're stupid at all. It's just a part of the learning process. We don't know what we don't know, and we're trying to understand it from our perspective. But our perspective, it isn't quite enough, or we would be out to that other side, if that makes any sense. So what, besides just keep on keeping on and keep on investing in yourself, keep on chipping away, I'll tell you, that is why I just love the one-on-one coaching so much. So that you spit your ideas back and forth with coach. I love the weekly coaching that I do with my guys, so that that process really speeds up, because you have your interpretation of what they mean. And you might be close, maybe 50, 75% of you're getting the gist of what they're saying. But if you go back, you'll get up to that 100% of really understanding. So it's just a matter of you digging in and getting better and better, confidently, quickly, decisively, right? It happens a lot sooner, this one-on-one coaching. And I'll tell you this, I've got all kinds of programs, but I do my best to create the one-on-one connection with you, because I know that process, and talking to me back and forth, I can speed it up for you. And that's what you really need. And I really do believe that's what the learning is going to be like in the future. Not so much seminars, because of the ease of technology. You're going to be able to have a coach like me talking to you one-on-one, whether it's, you could actually see me or through the spoken word over the phone, because that's going to be the most efficient way to learn now. I know that, maybe 10 years ago, 7 years ago, it was about all these courses, but now technology has made it we can actually talk to the person, right? Talk to the person. And I've jumped on that. If you watch me over these years, I try to jump on what I believe to be trends. And, something in this whole coaching world and influencer world, that's a new term, is that they teach you to keep a distance from you, the expert, the authority, a distance between you and then your students. And that's to create this air of, of authority, distance, right? They can't necessarily connect with you. They got to go through a secretary or whatever. And again, I guess it's that scarcity mentality. People appreciate things that are more scarce. Maybe that's how it was, 5 or 10 years ago. But I'll tell you this, with the people who are smart, in their own progress, right? And then those influencers, put that ego stuff. I got to be above all of you. I can't let them know that they can just call me on the phone. I'm way too important. That ego stuff, it's not how it's going to work in the future. And if you've been watching me, call me. Fill out that questionnaire. I'll call you. Some guys, like I call, and it's kind of, it's nice in a way that I've had that impact. And they go, oh my God, you said you were going to call. You said to look for a call from the 925 area code. And here you are. I can't believe it. Well, get used to it. That's how I work, because that's what creates real change, is the connection back and forth. Right? That's why if you love this type of passion and energy, you want more of it for your life, maybe you're a little bit older, you want to invest in my MANformation course. It's 11 hours, all right? Mindset, beliefs, helping you examine the beliefs, because if you're not where you want to go, it's just good but not good enough. You might have to examine the beliefs. Some of the same beliefs that got you here may not take you to the next level. Body language, voice qualities, right? Goal setting, clarity, imagination, control. It's all in this 11-hour course that's broken over 6 different sessions. All right, I'm going to put a link down below. It's called MANformation Course, The Mindset Actions of a Powerful Alpha Male Leader. All right, it's an audio course. It's got workbooks. It's got even some videos there about simple, tricks, that you can instantly do to change the way you feel, to get yourself in the right state of mind, and that you've been in that power, that certainty, that confidence more often, on demand, right? With the way you think, but also your body actions and the way you look at things. I'm going to talk about enthusiasm too. All right. 11 hours audio course, workbooks, videos that go with it. I want you to invest in that course, and then you get some one-on-one time, because again, it's that connection. 90 minutes with me, I'm going to get you clear about what you really want. So when you have these strategies, it's all directed for a goal. I always tell that men is that you don't want to be more confident, more certain, maybe without knowing you want more control in life. Those are feelings and emotions in your body, maybe in your heart, soul, and mind. To get the feelings that you want to experience, or get out of that pain you don't want to experience anymore or never want to experience, right? You got to attach that to some direction, some goal, because that's when you go on the personal development journey. And that's when this MANformation course, The Mindset and Actions of a Powerful Alpha Male Leader, that's when you're going to take it all in. That's when it means something, when you're headed towards it. So it's with your body, your business, your family. You got to attach it to some goal that's going to stretch you, right? Make you rethink the way you've been doing things. And that's when you got to go on the personal development journey, right? So when I do this 90-minute coaching session with you, right, we'll get you clear on what you really want, why you really want it. Identify the obstacles that are standing in your way. When you're done with me for these 90 minutes, and it's recorded so you listen to it over and over again, we will have you just clear a focus on whatever goal it is you want in your life. I know a lot of guys coming for your physical body. Yes, yes, yes. Business, family, everything. The mindset actions of a powerful alpha male leader with my one-on-one time with me. If you're loving this MANformation information, if you love this morning connection, you're going to love that course. So let's talk this weekend, right? Click that link. Get started in the program. I'll help you get the most out of it when we talk. All right? So click that link. Let's talk about enthusiasm. All right? If you've been following me, again, I know that a good 80% of the men who are following me now, they don't know who I was 20 years ago, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, whatever, right? But if there's one thing that I've learned, and that's about enthusiasm. If you are not excited about what you're talking about, I don't care how great your message is. I don't care how much, what you know, what you feel, your sincerity to help other people with your message. It doesn't matter if you can't communicate it, if you have it in your heart and soul, but you have rules. And this is what I talk about in the MANformation course a lot, is about your rules and beliefs. See, my rules and beliefs, where, I'm a humble guy. I'm not too, don't be one of those guys who's too excited, right? Not one of those guys. I'm calm, I'm cool, I'm collected. I talk in a low, measured voice. I say things and I explain them thoroughly, right? Because that's the way I am, gentle giant. I don't have to be all big and bold, whatever, right? And I see this a lot on there. I see a lot of guys who want to become influencers, whether it's in fitness or whatever. And I'm telling you, their approach is just calm and cool. And now that may work when somebody sees you face to face or whatever. They might see you for a long time and they might, come into your, less than demonstrative world, and it may work. But I'll tell you this, one thing with me is that I believe, like, if there's 100 people out there who I want, I got this, I got what you need. You don't need to struggle. Get out of that pain. I can help you. Got many, many years of helping men like you. If there was 100, I felt like, 30, 40 kind of just got me, just kind of naturally. Maybe they were in enough pain. They saw me as an authority, and they would come to me. But, in life, if you want to make an impact on the world and just say 100, 30, 40, that's not enough. You didn't work this hard just to get that far. And it would always, I spend so much time trying to crack the code. How can I get more of the 100? You can't, necessarily connect. Everybody isn't going to love you out of 100. But how can I creep that up from 30 or 40 to more? And I know a lot of men are going through the same thing, because I talk to men like you and me all the time. And I'll just tell you this, is that to get people's attention, especially now with the internet, especially with, got a device in your hand going from app to app to app, social media platform, you got to get people's attention, right? You can't just, for whatever reasons in your head, thinking, oh, this is the right way. Oh, these other guys, they're too loud, they're too whatever. I'm telling you, you got to cut through that. If you don't show that you're enthusiastic about what you have to offer, what you believe in, your beliefs, right? How you can take a person from where they are now to where they want to go. You got the ideas, and it could be in your home, it could be all over the net, whatever. If you are not enthusiastic about what you are talking about, and you can't show it, or you have these rules without thinking about it that you won't show it, they'll come into my world. You're not going to make an impact. And that alone could be the number one thing that's preventing you from, why don't people get me? Why aren't they coming in? I'm really good at what I do. Why are they following those other people? Why can't I get the attention? I am telling you, the biggest change that I made is what I've realized is that if I am not so crystal clear that I am off the charts, enthusiastic, passionate about what I do, because it's just like it's in your soul. It's in my soul. But if I don't, whatever I think, and I don't crank that up times 10, people are never going to do it, because how are they going to climb into inside my mind? They got their own beliefs and patterns. They got to do something to shake them up. And if you are not totally enthusiastic about what you and are willing to show it, you have very limited shot of making that breakthrough. Maybe you will with people, maybe eventually. You know why? Because they're going to make the decision. They're going to be in enough pain. They're going to look at you and say, hey, that guy's pretty cool. I think I'm going to follow him. But I'll tell you what, you want to speed up that process. You want to be heard. You want to be listened. You got to be so enthusiastic about what you have to say. And it's got to show in your body, in your speaking patterns, right? Enthusiasm, that's the number one thing. If you watch me as little as 10 years ago, 15 years ago, that was like my bodybuilding persona. I was just all about getting it done. And that worked to a certain extent. Enthusiasm. If you aren't enthusiastic and you don't clearly show your enthusiasm for what you are talking about, do not expect the world to just jump in your lap. Right? You got to think about it. It's not about you. I know you're a good person. I know you have it in your heart. I know you sincerely want to help other people to convey your ideas. But I tell you, there's so many men, and probably for a lot of the same reasons as me, grow up, sullen, flatline. And that's just the beliefs that we have. That's the right way to act. That's the proper way to act. And I'll tell you, if you are struggling to get your message heard, and again, this doesn't have to be on the internet, this could be in your family. Are you enthusiastic? Is it so crystal clear that you were put on this earth to do what you're doing? You love it so much, and you are the man. It's undeniable that you have thought about this, that you have the solutions, and they would be just flat out silly not to listen to you and follow your lead. You got to be enthusiastic about what you want to do, and that's today's message today. All right? Think about that. I want you to send me an email at skip@skiplacour.com. When I look at the biggest transformations that took me from doing pretty good, is taking me higher and higher, that is a key one. Because my rules, my beliefs, maybe my fears of, you don't want to be one of those guys. And it starts very early when you're a little boy, and you carry it without knowing it. When I talk to men one-on-one and coaching, when they're inquiring about coaching or however I can tell if they have that rule that's in their head and it hasn't been questioned yet. And when they come to me, they want more in life. And I'm just telling you, that's, one of those things that I want you to consider. Hello, Maria. I got your attention. You're tried and true. Thank you so much. Just chipping away, right? Got to be the product of the product. I got to do what I say. But thank you so much, Maria, for being here. All right. So, as you guys know, I could talk to you forever. All right. It's time for me to get going to the gym on this plan. Again, if you're in my 12-week fitness transformation journey, go to our daily journal. I'm stepping it up and logging all over these next 12 weeks. I'm going to put that link below. If you aren't in this 12-week fitness transformation journey, go to skiplecour.com/transformation. Fill out that questionnaire, submit it. I'll talk to you. We'll see if it's a good fit. I'm going to put the link to the journal that I'm starting. All right, you'll see how I plan out every day, how I execute it. But it's just for when you enroll. But you'll get an outline of what I'm doing. All right, guys. So got more time behind us than in front of us. If you're a little bit older, right? We got to seize the day. We got to take it on. We got to work out. We got to take care of ourselves. We got to eat. We got to chip away. We got to show up. We got to show enthusiasm with that sense of urgency. We got more time behind us than do in front of us. And today, remember what I said. What I'll always remind you: expect the best. I don't care how many times you've tried and failed in the past. How much you're challenged at this moment. Expect the best. Expect the best from yourself. Expect the best. The situation will eventually evolve and come out with the outcome that you want. Expect the best. Expect the best in yourself. Expect the best in other people. And I don't care how many times you've been hurt before in the past, or what your opinion of people used to be in the past. You getting to the next level, to have the love, the connection, to make the impact that you want, it's going to come through other people. And I know that can be challenging, especially if you've been let down before in the past. But you need to expect the best from other people. That when you become enthusiastic enough, influential, and persuasive enough, right? You got the plan. You're a great person, right? It's going to come through other people. You got to expect the best from other people. So expect the best from yourself today. Expect the best from other people. They'll get it. They'll get you eventually. Expect the best. Have a great day. So glad you decided to join me on this morning connection.